Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tobi, or Toby, the one and only, and today I'm gonna be talking about relationships and exes. Relationships are something that is highly cherished when you find the one, but I do not think, and this is a standard, I believe, fact, you should not get into a relationship if you do not have some kind of semblance of happiness and confidence when you are alone. You should not get into a relationship hoping that that person will bring you some kind of happiness. If you are not happy alone, do not get into a relationship. You probably won't be happy in a relationship. And by that point, if you build your confidence and your happiness based off a completely another person, you'll never be truly happy. And I'm not saying you have to be 100% confident and 100% happy alone, because I do not believe in 100% confidence and 100% happiness in the real world. I am saying, though, that outside of a relationship, you should have some of that alone, even if it's like 20%. Now, that's a low amount, but you get what I'm saying. There's some of it. There's some of it there. It's not just like all of your confidence and happiness is built off the relationship you have. So because as soon as you get any kind of problem with your partner, you're basically just going to be depressed. Like, honestly, you're basically just going to be depressed as soon as you're going to feel like your world is coming down as soon as you get like any kind of problems in your relationship. And you also should find out who you are by yourself. You should learn how to be by yourself before you get into a relationship. Now, I say that, but I know there are people with BPD who struggle being alone. And I know a lot of the relationship disorders that like become it's like issues become stronger in a relationship. I'm pretty sure. Now, I am not like some kind of psychiatrist or therapist, nor did I study brain patterns and things that go on in the brain, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. But I think these issues can be managed in intervals. I feel like they can, because I know there are people who have like a lot of disorders that issues heightened in relationships, and they like learn to manage them. Like, there is some kind of maintenance within the relationship issues part of the disorder. I don't know if you can, like, when it comes to being alone, do it in intervals, like 5-minute intervals, then 10-minute intervals, and so on and so forth. But I feel like, if people with these disorders manage the disorders when they were alone, I mean, not when they were alone, but they learned to like manage the issue outside of a relationship, and so that when they got into a relationship, it wasn't bad, or it wasn't as bad, and they were able to deal with it. I feel like, it can be done. It's not just like they're just like the outliers, If you are going to get into a relationship, and these things I'm saying, if you're going to get in a relationship, don't do, they're in the X category as well. If you are a cheater, don't get into a relationship. If you are a liar, do not get into a relationship. If you are an abuser, do not get into a relationship, whether it be physical, emotional, drug abuse, alcohol abuse. Do not get into a relationship. I also, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't think you should get into a relationship if you feel like you're going to off yourself if your partner leaves you, because then you're holding your partner as an emotional hostage, and that's also like a verbal hostage. I don't know what I can and can't say so that you won't feel like I'm gonna leave you, or that I'm not let you don't feel like that because we're having an argument that the world is ending because you feel like I'm gonna leave you, or that I don't like you. And if you feel like I don't like you, you obviously feel like I don't want to be with you. if you are an abuser, yeah, you definitely should not be in a relationship with anybody. I've never told my family this, but I've been in abusive relationships. One of the people who did abuse me are not alive. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a friend, they're in what would be the word for it? Legal detention. That's like the best way I could say it. Legal detention. Because of it. They told him, hey, you did it again. You know where you're going. I can't say exactly what she said, but that's what happened. If you are a cheater, don't get into a relationship. If you are a victim, and I don't mean you've been hurt, you've had somebody hurt you, you had some do bad things to you. If you are a victim in a sense, like you have never done wrong, but people are always doing wrong to you, which in my standpoint, I feel like if you feel like you've never done wrong, but people are just doing wrong to you, you really need to step back, rewind, and reevaluate every relationship you've been in, whether it be family, friend, or boyfriend, or girlfriend, or partner. I feel like you need to step back, rewind, and reevaluate every interaction you've ever had with a person, honestly. Because even if it's not in your relationship, it's somewhere in life where you're doing wrong and it's coming back to you. Because I genuinely believe, even if you don't, I believe in karma. I believe that what you do will come back to you. So the wrong you're doing or you've done in life, it's coming back to you. So, like I said, you need to step back, rewind, and reevaluate. I was dating somebody who was a victim while they were hurting me. Like, they were genuinely, doing things that they knew were hurting me. It was like, every time I would bring it up to them, I was the bad guy. And I just didn't care about her, like, the way I said I did. Like, which is crazy. Like, what was you, Miss I want to cheat on my partner, Miss I want to try to force my partner into a poly relationship because it makes me happy, even though I said I genuinely told my partner at the beginning of our relationship that I didn't want to be in a poly relationship. What pure insanity. Yeah, you shouldn't get into a relationship if you are more than an overthinker. Like, if you do verbal gymnastics with every statement that your partner makes, to the point that no matter what they say, you feel like they're saying something that means either they hate you, they're gonna leave you, that they don't like you, they feel like you're annoying, you're stupid, anything like that, anything bad, even though they didn't say that. Example, my ex-partner said I called her fat, and those words, nothing about weight, size, thickness, anything like that came out of my mouth. If you're that kind of person that will take words that are not being said and turning into words that are not being said, or I guess take words that are being said and turning into a completely different sentence, because that's the narrative that's going on in your head, so they might as well have said that. What's wrong with you? You shouldn't be in a relationship. You should learn to fix your brain. Alright, let me say it like this. You should go to therapy and have them evaluate you to a point that you are able to not do that and not do verbal gymnastics every time your partner has a conversation with you. Do not get into a relationship if you are going to lie about who you are as a person. Do not get into a relationship if you are going to lie about who you are as a person, because that's what's going to make the person you want to be with happy. Because you're lying. Nobody wants to be with a liar. Do not get into a relationship if you feel like everything you do is completely justified and you should be able to do everything you want to, even if it hurts your partner, and even if you wouldn't want your partner doing that to you. If you wouldn't want somebody doing the things you want to do to you, don't do it to them. That's literally the golden rule of life. Do unto others as you want done to you. treat others as you wish to be treated. If you don't want your partner giving you a backhand, don't backhand them. If you don't want your partner to, like, you know, go kiss somebody else, don't go kiss somebody else. If you don't want your partner to be in a poly relationship, don't get into a poly relationship, and don't tell your partner you want to be poly, because that doesn't make sense. You get me? And don't start treating your partner like they're everybody else and then getting upset. You know, don't go around telling all the bad things that go on in your relationship with your partner before you even try to have a conversation with your partner. Because if you could talk about it with somebody else, why can't you talk about it with your partner? I feel like at that point, from a, like, you know, I'm dating you standpoint, I feel like once you start having a conversation about it, you should start coming out your mouth to me. You should start like pausing and like, look, I'm able to like sit down and talk about this, so I guess I should try to talk about this with them too. No? Like, am I crazy? Nah, like I said, if you like assaulting people, you really should not be in a relationship. Because one, you can end up, you know, 6 feet under in legal detention, because I don't know if I can say that word, or, you know, just in a lot of pain, or you're just gonna have karma coming back your way. Whether it's, you know, sometimes they say what you do to others will come back to your child, or, you know, what you do will come back to you from your child. Like, sometimes they say how you treat your mother is how your child will treat you. You know, like, again, golden rule: you would not want somebody beating you up, so don't beat somebody up. It doesn't matter if you love them and they know you love them. You cannot love somebody and abuse them, whether it's, you know, your kid, your partner who you claim to love, or whatever. I don't really know what other relationships there are. Oh yeah, you know, I don't really see anyone abusing their parents. That's a new one. I've never heard of that. That's just me personally. But you know, there's something new every day. There probably is somebody who abuses their parents. You know. Please don't get into a relationship if you hate yourself. Let alone have no self-confidence and you're not healthy. If you hate yourself, you really should not get into a relationship, because that's worse than not being happy with yourself. You get into a relationship and you genuinely hate yourself to the point that, you know, I don't even know what to describe, you know, because I know what it feels like to hate yourself. I don't right now, but I know what it felt like. So I don't think me, when I was hating myself, should have gotten into a relationship, because at that point I just kept feeling like my partner hated me. And that's beyond needing constant reassurance. Needing constant reassurance is fine, but every 3 to 4 seconds feeling like your partner hates you, even if they just told you half a second ago that they don't hate you, it's not fair to your partner. You know, if you feel like you don't like change and you feel like, you know, your partner wants you to change, let me say it like this: we're not perfect human beings. Sometimes we need to change as people, you know, for the betterment of ourselves, and not only that, for the betterment of love. If you are not willing to change for the betterment of love from bad habits, do not get into a relationship. If you are not willing to change just for the betterment of yourself, because there are things that, like, we do and it's like detrimental to ourselves and our mentals, and we continue to do it because we're like, oh, I'm so accustomed to this. Why would I haven't needed to change before. Why would I need to change now? You know, whether it be like, you know, like being in a relationship with somebody, right? I'll take this for instance. you like jump from relationship to relationship. So you break up with somebody, then go to the next relationship. And even when you're out with your new partner, you know, you're on the phone, whatever, you're thinking about your ex or one of your exes. It doesn't even have to be the most recent one. Anyways, that's genuinely all I have to say. If you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you want to see more like this, you can always suggest me topics down below. I'm open to a lot of them. This was basically more of a like getting stuff off my chest than talking about a specific topic. Yeah, it was good though. If you want to see me play any different games, you can suggest video games down below. And with that being said, this is Tobi signing off. I hope one day to be your favorite YouTuber, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.